We're going on a mini adventure today. The Nissan D21 is getting ready to sell, and there are a few maintenance items that I need to check on. The bolt on the upper control arm decided to run away on me, so I need to pick up those parts from Ace Hardware, come back, we're going to take the motorcycle and get those things. It's a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. The vehicles have seen some better days. Both the Nissan and the Suburban are up for sale right now, which is going to leave me with just the motorcycle. What's up? That's a beautiful Hawk right there. Look at that. Now, the XT250 is perfect for little mini adventures like this. I'm just going to be going to my local Ace Hardware store and picking up the parts that I need. I just pulled the bolts, the washer, and the lock washer opposite of the other upper control arm, and I'm going to match those parts and then reinstall them on the Nissan, and the Nissan should be ready to go. Also, one of the turn signal lights is a little bit loose. One of the plastics where the screws goes into is not there anymore. You know, normal stuff. What's up, folks? It's a nice bike. So I'm gonna hop in here, let's get these parts, head back, and solve that little issue we were having. Alright, in and out, quick and easy. So here we got the old hardware, we got our nut, we got our lock washer, we got our big ass washer, and then just one of the screws for reference for the light. I guess I could order some of the plastics that are supposed to pop into the end of the light fixture, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm going to see if I can kind of jerry-rig something with this. They didn't really have the washers that I needed, so I picked up, you know, a super high-grade washer that's a little bit too big, and some fender washers that I think are the right size, but might be too small. Got some grade 8 bolts, or a grade 8 bolt, and our lock washer here. Should be everything that we need. We'll see if that does the trick for us. I gotta practice parking backwards, or maybe just get into the habit of it. Alright, let's say I have the luxury of being able to kind of pop in and park whenever I want, but on a bigger bike, might not be the case. That pole's kind of in the way for me, but casual start in second gear. That is the best turn of the trip. And then into the school zone. So I'm in 4th gear right now and I'm going 30. Actually, I'm in 5th gear right now and I'm going 30. So let me downshift a little bit. You can get the bike all the way up to, you know, 75, nearly 80 miles an hour if you got a good tailwind with you in 5th gear, and you can take it all the way down to 30 and 4th. It's yeah, you can take it up to 55 before you really have to shift. And then, you know, all the way down to 25 without much lugging. You know, in my first couple of months of riding, it was difficult for me to develop the habit of just upshifting so rapidly, especially out of my turns. You know, I didn't have really any other context from riding previous bikes. I hadn't even driven manual by that time. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me that I had to be in 3rd gear by the time I hit, you know, 15, 20 miles an hour. So 4th gear is really the powerhouse gear on this bike. It really can do just about anything. You know, 5th is to maintain your speed, and then it's very forgiving. You can go down pretty significantly without having any sort of performance loss. Down in speed, rather, I mean. I mean, she likes to get up and go. Alright, so we're back with the Nissan now, and you know, this is the issue I'm referencing. There's supposed to be a bolt on the end of this. The issue isn't on this side. I removed this hardware so that I could, you know, actually find what I needed over at Ace. But we're going to go put it back on. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like, and then we'll try to get the solution configured over on the other side. There, so that took all of 5 seconds. That is the good working side of the vehicle all back and put together. Let's take a look at the other side. Same looking issue over here. And there we go. 3 fender washers, a lock washer, and a grade 8 nut. It may look like the bolt isn't jutting out as far on this side as it did on the other, and that is because the width of the 3 fender washers exceeds the width of the washer that's on the other side. So that bolt is not going to jut out quite as far, but I torqued the hell out of this and it's really strong. I also have a headlight that needs to be reattached, and you know, I have the headlight here, but that plastic is just not fitting into that little hole right there, and I don't really have any plastic on the bottom end of this side. So if we work our way around to the other end of the vehicle, you can see that this is just fine, and I took out one of the other screws just to see if I could find the right size. There's a little rubber plastic on the inside that fits in great and leads to a very secure connection. So we'll see if my little impromptu solution does the trick. Well, it's not perfect, but I put one of these plastic bumpers on the back of that screw right there, and it's making it so that this is not going to fall off. So I'll repeat that process on the bottom, and hopefully that can reduce the rattling. I'm in such an awkward spot that I figured I'd get it on camera, but I was just able to get that aligned and my fingers pinched, so hopefully that'll be able to work and I can get my finger out. Well, believe it or not, that actually worked, and there's no more rattling anymore. The tolerances are, you know, relatively good. You can obviously see some gaps. We're down a screw on this side, but I'm not having any rattling issues, and the tolerances are similar on this side. So I think this is where our project ends today. Thank you very much for tuning in to Natty Rides. That has been the video today. I will see you in the comment section. Thank you very much.